and welcome back to another episode of Federico Talks Watches. As you can see, it's another double TGV Federico special. We tend to kind of do two in one.
Yeah.
And TGV, you know what's something I wanted to bring up before we talked about whatever our topic is? Remember the video we shot with Christian maybe about a week back?
Yeah.
Everybody was giving me flack about the sound quality.
So we got this now, right?
That's what this is for.
Fantastic.
I heard you guys loud and clear. We're stepping it up on the
Very
Federico Talks Watches channel.
Very
I
nice.
listen, I care.
Nice.
And why don't we do our customary wristwatch check?
Cool. Okay. Rather predictable, but I've got the new Crafter Blue with an SKX, and I'm really loving this rubber strap. Perfect for a hot, sticky day like this.
That looks like a quality rubber strap.
It is really well built. Have you seen the little buckle with the professional?
What do these go for roughly?
This is about, I might be wrong, but about $60, I think.
Certainly not cheap.
No.
But it looks well built.
Yeah. The attention to detail, the buckle, I just love it.
I might actually, on my SKX, I love the Jubilee, so I'm not going to change it, but like a dark navy.
Oh, they do a navy. They do.
Do they?
Yeah. They just didn't send me. Send me a navy, please.
Crafter Blue, if you're listening.
Yeah.
And I'm wearing, with the wrong time, because I have not said it, the pre-ceramic Rolex sub on what is now called the Bond NATO. You were just telling me the original was a different color.
Yeah, it was different. I think it was, I might be wrong about this. There was certainly a kind of dark British racing green in there. It was black. There was a little bit of burgundy.
And it was the wrong size for the watch.
Yeah, and it was the wrong size, but you've got the correct size.
Well, yes, but these, this black and gray is commonly known as the Bond.
The Bond now. I think because of the new, was it Spectre or something? He started wearing for the Omega, right?
I think Spectre he was wearing an Omega.
Yeah, no, but I mean the film, the changeover with the straps came.
I'm actually not sure. We got to look that up, right?
I haven't even seen the new one, so. Yeah.
I love the old Bond stuff.
Yeah.
But Daniel Craig's not the worst Bond.
I enjoyed Skyfall.
Skyfall was a great film.
Yeah.
So anyway, today I wanted to discuss a topic that I actually haven't shared with you yet.
Okay.
And that is, what are our two favorite watch complications?
Ooh, okay.
And guys, we haven't been able to do too much research because this is off the cuff. So, some of the facts might not be historically accurate, but I wanted to talk more.
Right.
Why do we like these complications, and what they make you feel? What about them inspires you?
Okay. I'll go first then.
Do you have one?
Yeah, it's actually something I've been obsessing about recently.
Oh, I know what this is.
Yeah, and it's Moonphases.
Oh man,
Yeah.
It's one of my favorites too. Now I can't use it.
Right,
but it's all right.
Okay, fair enough. I'm glad I got in there. I like it because if you guys have been following me in the group, in the Facebook group, I'm obsessed about old clocks as well. And two of my favorites are astronomical clocks. The one in Rouen, in France, beautiful, huge gold, very intricate with a lovely little moon phase in there. And then, of course, the famous one in Prague.
I know the one in Prague.
Yeah,
I don't know the one in Rouen.
Stunning. And I just love that. It's not a complication I'm ever going to use. It's just a thing of beauty.
Well, no, it's completely useless.
The only practical thing I can think of...
Oh, go on. Yeah, what's the practicality of a moon phase,
Well,
please?
the moon affects the tides, so if you're a fisherman, it could be useful, but I'm...
Tristano, ever heard of an iPhone?
Yeah, but then these would be obsolete, wouldn't they? But
fair enough.
Yeah.
Well, what I love about moon phases is, to me, it's kind of a poetic complication.
Oh, that's a very nice way to put it. This is the sales. Yeah.
You caught me.
Yeah.
It doesn't really serve a function, but it's just so beautiful, and it reminds me of times past.
Exactly.
And depending on the company, the old style moon phases, they have the moon, like the face of the moon, they put a little smile and a little nose.
Right, yeah.
And it's just, back then, not so much now, I mean the very high end stuff now, but back then they were all hand painted.
Oh, really?
And every face was a little bit different.
Nice.
And there's something about that I really like.
So I presume it's more to do with the amount of light during nighttime? Because obviously this is a complication that predates electricity.
Well, I think it has to do with that, and I think it has a lot to do with the tide as well.
The tide, right.
And also, and I'm not a farmer, I live in Brooklyn, but doesn't the moon have something to do with different crop cycles?
I have no idea.
It's something we should educate
we
ourselves.
need to,
We should educate ourselves.
But it's at the end of the day, it's a beautiful complication.
And I know it clicks on a cycle of 24 and a half movements.
Right.
That's the physical.
Oh, with the crescent moon, and then there's the what's the full
crescent, waning. There's the full moon, the waning gibbon.
Right, the gibbon. That was it. Yeah.
No, I mean that's a really, really beautiful watch, and it tends to make things look more expensive.
Yes, absolutely. Yeah. So what is your choice?
I feel like it's another role reversal because I'm gonna go with a really tool-y choice.
Okay.
And that is the single push piece chronograph.
Right.
Now, I actually technically kind of own one.
The Omega.
The Omega. Yeah. But that's a little bit cheating because you can't start, stop, and reset. It's just start and stop reset in one. Whereas a single push piece chronograph, they're really expensive. And what it is 3 functions on one pusher. And they tend to put the pusher on the crown.
Interesting.
So
I've never seen one. What are some examples?
Longines make a great single push piece chrono. It's a really old school kind of complication, so they don't really make too many. But Longines comes to mind, and they actually still have the pusher on the crown. Nice. And the first press is start. The second press is stop. So then you can write down the time. You can't do that on my Omega because it flies right back.
Right.
And the third press is reset. And that's really actually a really complicated
thing to do.
Complication to do.
Right.
And then you add it, integrate it to the. They're not all integrated to the crown, but traditionally they are. And I don't know. Pieces tend to have this big onion crown. Because they need to fit a button into it, and then you have the chrono look, but you don't have the 2 pushers, so it confuses a lot of people. It's just cool. It's like an old school complication that you don't see every day.
Nice, very nice.
So Tristano, what is your second choice in favorite complication?
Okay, well, my first choice was very kind of specialized, a bit all aesthetics, but this is actually something I use every day.
Oh.
Okay, and that is a chronograph. I know a little bit boring, but it is something that it is part of my life. I use every single day, and I just love the look as well. So it kind of ticks 2 boxes.
Well, it's arguably probably the most useful the most useful complication, along with the date.
Yeah.
And it also, I can see why it speaks to you. You're very much a tool watch guy.
Yeah.
So you kind of love the look of the subdials and stuff like that. Is that what it is?
Yeah, I think so. And I think actually it's one of the styles of watches that I've owned.
You have owned a bunch of chronos.
And I've only just noticed since you actually said that, and I didn't really notice that before, but yeah.
I like chronos too.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm not a huge fan, to be honest with you. And I did mention that I'm not a huge fan of chronos, and one of your astute group members pointed out, but you own 3 of them. And I'm
like, yeah.
And I said, well, yeah, it was just, I own them by coincidence.
Yeah.
I mean, there's chronos I like and chronos I don't like.
Yeah.
But, I don't dislike the chronograph. It's just, it's not something I love. I know a lot of guys will only wear chronos.
No, I can understand it.
So I guess it's my turn.
Yeah.
So my second complication, my second choice, is one that you like.
Right. I think I know what this is. Yeah.
And that is a world time.
Right. Fair enough.
We were talking about this late last night.
Yeah. We should have been sleeping, but we're texting and looking at watches. It's ridiculous.
And my favorite style is, I'm going to call it the Patek style world time. Now, guys, I'm not sure if Patek Philippe actually invented the style of world time. I just know they made it popular.
They're gorgeous, yeah.
And this is, and I'll put a picture, it's the world times with with a time in the middle and a city disc on like the flange of the watch with a spring-loaded button.
Right.
Vacheron makes one. Patek makes one. Who else makes Langenzone make one?
Is it quite a high-end complication?
It's a high-end complication until Nomos burst everybody's bubble and made one for 7,000.
Yeah, I love that Nomos. Yeah,
it's gorgeous.
I think it's my favorite Nomos. If I could have a Nomos, that would be it.
It's a good choice.
Yeah,
it's absolutely a good choice. And you're getting a hell of a complication.
Yeah, yeah.
But for me, it's not really an operational thing. It's not a practical thing for you. I mean, yes, my family's in Europe. The boss of my boss is in Geneva, so I need to know the times. But for me, it's an aspirational thing. Because after watches, my favorite thing to do in this world is travel.
Nice.
I mean, I just like to get up on a plane and go. And there's something about carrying these 24 cities with me at all times that it's almost like romantic. I don't know.
You're the famous word. Romantic. Yeah, absolutely.
Like there's times where I'm in New York, I'm bummed out. I just want to go somewhere, and I don't even own a World Time, so I don't know if this would actually work, but I can imagine.
Are you considering one?
I mean, I'm considering a lot of things.
Yeah, me too. Tell me about it. Yeah.
Yeah, so, I mean, it's just a complication that speaks to me, and I could really appreciate it.
Yeah, absolutely.
Great. But yeah, that's, I think, our 4 favorite complications.
Nice. Very nice. Yeah.
And guys, remember, State of the Collection on Friday. If there's any more delays, which I hope there won't be, I will let you guys know. But I did promise, and I will keep my promise. And thank you so much for sticking around for another episode of Federico Talks Watches. God forbid you're not subscribed to TGV. We will leave a link below for you. Why don't my 2 subscribers that don't know him go and join his group? He makes some great content.
Thank you very much.
But I'll catch you guys in the next one. Take care.
Ciao.